Hi, welcome to SAP Controlling Tutorials. So in this tutorial, we will discuss cost center allocations. So what is cost center allocation? Cost center allocation is a functionality in SAP through which you send expenses from one cost center to another cost center or another cost object, which could be a cost center, internal order, or WBS elements. So cost center allocation, it is a process of allocating both planned and actual cost from sender cost object, which could be a cost center internal order, to receiver cost object, which could be a cost center internal order WBS element. Now in SAP, there are three types of cost center allocations: reposting, distribution, and assessment. We will look at all these three types of allocations and understand how we can perform them in SAP and what is the difference between reposting, distribution, and assessment. So reposting. Now this is used to move actual amount of cost from one cost center to another cost center. Reposting is generally used to fix an incorrect amount posted to a cost center. The transaction code for reposting is KB11N. So I will now log into the SAP. So here's the SAP logon pad. You will have a different pad, logon pad. Select your client. And then here you have to enter your user ID and the password. So let me go to the SAP report, which is the transaction code to display the cost center report is S underscore ALR underscore 870136111. So forward slash. Then you put N, which will cancel the existing transaction. And then you enter the transaction code. Enter. Okay, so here the controlling area is IST5. You can always, before starting anything, you have to set your controlling area for which the transaction code is OKKS. Go there, enter your controlling area IST5. You may have a different one and save. Now you go to the report, SAP report, S underscore ALR underscore 870136111. So fiscal year, current fiscal year, period 1 to 12. Let me take 5. I'm taking a plan version 0. This will record both planned cost and actual cost. And let's take the cost center values. So we have created these cost centers here, 01, 002 till 3301, 006. Execute. Now I have this cost center. First one is administration, which is 01002. This is administration. and it has electricity charges of 2000. Now, no actual cost has been posted to it. So let me post some actual cost, actual electricity charges and water charges to this cost center. So I have to see which company code is assigned to this controlling area. Let's go to transaction OKKP and we select our controlling area IST5. Now assignment of company code. So I see this company code IST5 is assigned to it. Let me post some expenses to this cost center in this company code. So to post an invoice or vendor invoice to this cost center, let's go to transaction FB60. This is vendor invoice. Select the company code, this IST5. Let's find out a vendor in this company code. Invoice date, reference field. I already posted one invoice and now I'm posting one more. Give amount as 1000. You can give any other amount. These GL accounts are not tax relevant, the expense one. So we saw the cost element was 635100 and the other was 635200. So these are primary cost elements, so they are also GL account. Let's post $500 to both of them. And we are posting the expense to the cost center, and the cost center is 301002 and again 301002. Enter and post. So now you posted expense of $1000 to this cost center under these two cost elements. Let's go back to our expense report again. So one very important thing, this we are doing controlling, but we are touching aspects of financial accounting. So if you are looking at a full understanding of financial accounting or controlling and FIMM integration, you can visit the website omtechsolutions.com and click the SAP courses. And here you have courses. This is for IDOC, then EBS training, SAP controlling. This is okay. The SAP Finance, and this one is the SAP Controlling and Management Account Training. This is a very exhaustive course, and of course you can have a one-to-one interaction with the instructor here. And this is Finance and Controlling. In this course, we have not only covered the controlling, we have covered all aspects of finance also, including integration with MM, SD. So very exhaustive course, and will give you a full complete view of finance, controlling and its integration. So you can go through this course also. It's very long. The other aspect is you have this tab SAP training material. You can click this tab, and once you click the tab, you have this table of content like finance, FSCM, which is treasury, risk management, controlling, technical, S4HANA. And then you can go through these documentation just to see, like if you click SAP Finance General Ledger, so you have a detailed documentation on create GL accounts, display, permit negative posting. Everything is covered in detail here. So you can use this as your reference material. Please use it as a reference material. And you have links to many other places, like you go to finance, so many topics, enterprise structure, general ledger, new GL. If you're interested in learning new GL, just click the new GL. You have complete end-to-end implementation steps for new GL. And of course, in case you get stuck up, you are free to leave your comments here, so the instructor will get back. Ultimately, you can, or alternatively, you can also contact the instructor through submitting your name, email, and the message. So instructor will be able to get back on the course, right? So going back to posting a vendor invoice, we have already posted it. Now we are going to go to the SAP controlling report, S underscore ALR underscore 870136111. It's taking time. So now you take the cost center administration and you see in the actual now you have the values here. 2950. I posted first 2000 US dollar and then we posted 500 US dollar, but it's appearing 2950. That is because here the controlling area currency is euro, and this is getting reflected in euro. But if you look at the US dollar, then you can see in 2500 US dollar. Again, you have this functionality, place your cursor on this amount, double click it, and then you can select one of these options. So the first is actual line items, or yes, I want to see the actual line items. Double click this and I can you see the report here. So electricity charges, initially we posted 2360 euro, and then it was 590 euro. You can see the reporting currency coming as euro. If it is US dollar, it will be different. Let's see if I can add the US dollar. Click the layout, and in the layout I should have the controlling area currency is U. Let's take controlling area object currency. So object currency is US dollar, and now we will take the value in US object currency. Value in controlling area, value in object currency. And now you see the value object currency is US dollar, that is a document currency, and it's coming in 2000, which was posted initially, and then I posted 500 US dollar. So here is the actual cost. As part of reposting, I want to transfer, let's say 500 US dollar to another cost center. So let's go to the reposting transaction code, which is KB11N. Old cost center 301002, cost element, let's say from 63520, amount we want to remove 500 US dollar, and the new cost center we take the other 3301006 or maybe 5. Okay. And yes, so this amount of 500 US dollar we want to transfer from cost center 3301002 to the new cost center 3301005. So that's all. Enter these values and save it, and document has been posted. Now we go back again to this report, the cost element report, cost center report, sorry. And I will execute it again. Administration is the cost center, and now you can see you have let's see all cost centers. Okay, so the cost element we use for 635200 water charges, and we remove 500 US dollar from this cost element in this cost center, and this was moved to another cost center 1005. So let's look at the water charges now. And you see the 500 has been removed here, and I will add the object currency. So this is the object currency. Okay, so because this was a controlling area transaction, the transaction of 500 was made in controlling area, we removed 500 euro, not 500 US dollar. And that's why I see 500 euro being removed from this cost element in this cost center 1002. And this amount is now moved to another cost center. So this is the cost center to which we added this 500, and the cost element is 63520. So we can double click and check. And here you see the 500 US dollar has been added. So if I select this amount and double click it, it's called drill down reporting, and I come to that reposting transaction where I can see the old transaction, old cost center is 1002, the cost element used is 63520, that's the water charges, and from that cost center you are removing 500 euro and moving it to this new cost center. So this is all about reposting, and it is used to correct incorrect expenses posted to the cost center. So to do a reposting of cost expenses in cost center, use the transaction code KB11N. If you want to see the reposted items, you can go to KB13N. And to see the report, cost center report, which we have been using many times, this is the transaction. Let's go to the next allocation functionality, which is called distribution. So now distribution is a process which is used for allocating the amount and quantities, both planned and actual, from one or more cost objects, which could be a cost center internal orders, to another cost objects, which can again be a cost center internal order or WBS elements. Now, what is unique about distribution is you have the cost elements in the center cost center, and these cost elements get credited, and the same cost element, that is the expense item, will be debited in the receiver cost center. So there is a traceability of the cost element. The reason it is mentioned is I mentioned that distribution and assessment both are allocation, but they are different. So that is the main difference between distribution and assessment. In distribution, the source cost element, which is credited in the center cost center, is the same cost element which is debited in the receiver cost center. But in assessment, you have the cost element, cost element in the center cost center. The value or amount from that cost element moves to another cost element, which is called secondary cost element. And then it is this secondary cost element which credits the value in the receiving cost center. As a result, in the receiving cost center, we don't know which are the primary cost elements which have sent this value. So the traceability is lost in the assessment. Now I can have one cost element, one primary cost element, or I can have 10 plus primary cost element, and all of them send their values to one secondary cost element. The cost element category is 42. This is assessment I'm talking about. And this one single cost element, secondary cost element, will get credited in the receiver cost center. So we will receiver cost center, you will get value, you will receive value from one receiving secondary cost element, and you will not know what all primary cost elements have been debited in the center cost center. We will discuss in detail in when we do the assessment. So now let's look at the distribution in cost center accounting. In distribution, you will have your cost elements, that is in the center cost center, same cost element appearing in the receiving cost center. So the first step is to create a distribution cycle, and then you execute the distribution cycle. Again, this distribution cycle can be for the planned cost elements or for actual cost elements. I will do it for planned. The transaction codes are given for both actual distribution cycle creation and planned distribution cycle creation. You can refer the presentation, which I will be attaching to the tutorial. So let's go and create actual distribution cycle transaction KSV1. Give a name to the cycle. Let's give AUM tech, tech, UMTEC. Start date, it should be start of the period. So I will take 1st May here, enter. Give the name to the cycle, give Home Tech Solutions.com. So that's your place for getting a lot of information on SAP Finance, controlling, treasury, technical, HANA, and related topics. Enter. Now click this attach segment, and we are going to give a name to the segment. So we created a cycle Om Tech Solutions, but now we need to create a segment. You can create many segments, create and attach many segments to a cycle. We are going to create one segment. Let's call it segment 1. Segment 1, sender rule. So this will be sending the posted amount, that is the actual value. Percentage, it will go with the 100% of that value. Actual or planned values, we will for now take the actual values. Under receiver rule, you have options, variable options, fixed amount, and fixed percentage. I will select fixed percentage, but you can go with variable option. So in this case, a variable amount will be specified. You can go with the fixed amount. In this case, there has to be an absolute amount which you want to transfer from center cost center to receiving cost center. Absolute amount which you can enter here in the under your values. See, you will have a tab center values, so you can enter the values here. But for our purpose, now I have to enter some cost center here. 635100. The center cost center is 3301002, and the receiver cost center is 3301005. Or let's take 06. 05 we have already considered. So let's take 06. Again, I have taken one cost center here. However, you can assign a cost center group. We have already discussed that cost center group you can create in KSH1. right? So that's a group of cost centers. You can go create a group of cost centers and assign it here. But for this tutorial purpose, I have taken one cost center. Let's go to segment header, and in the receiver rule, select the fixed percentage. Sender receiver we have already entered. Our sender cost center is 3301002, and this is the cost element. Now this cost element, please note 635100. This will appear in your receiving cost center 3301006. How that is because we are doing distribution. When you go for assessment, this will be your cost center element, but it will not appear in your receiving cost center. Click the next step, sender values. As you mentioned, percentage. So what percentage we want to send? The full percentage, 100%. Now, receiving tracing factor. So I have only one cost center. Let's go back and add one more cost center so we can understand receiving tracing factor functionality. 3301006. So now I have two cost centers as receiving, and here you see two cost centers. If it was one, of course the 100% of the amount it will be received by one cost center. Now we have two. So whatever is the total amount, we will split it between these two. And to identify, let's give the first one 40%, that is 0.5, and second one 60%. And with this, we have created our distribution cycle. Save it. So transport, you might have been knowing about it, that whenever you are creating any configuration changes in SAP, they are saved in a transport, and it is this transport which is moved from one SAP environment to another environment. In SAP, you have three environments: development environment, testing environment, and production environment. Production environment is which is used by the business for their day-to-day transactions, functions. Okay, so all development is done in your development environment, and from there the transport is actually moved to the quality environment. There you will do the testing that you have, whatever configuration you have done, it's working correctly. So no configuration you have to do in your testing environment, right? So we have created the cycle. This is OMTech. Let's write it down, OMTech. So next step is to execute the actual distribution cycle. The transaction code KSV5. KSV5. So period is 5, year is 2021, and cycle, do an F4, only one cycle is created, OMTech, that comes up. Let's do the test run first. It will take time, so I will just pause it. The test run was completed without error. Okay, let me go back. I removed the test run. So this is what we call production run. Execute. And this was the update run. And you can see you have one sender, that is, we know the 02 cost center, and you have two receivers. Now we have two cost centers. And we want to look at the senders, receivers. So place your cursor here, click sender. You can see the sender 1002. It's sending this euro amount, 100% of that. Total amount has been sent from this 1002 3301002, right? Go back, and now this amount has been received by the two cost center, that is receiver. Click receiver, and you see there are two cost center, 1005 which have received, and the other is 1006, and the percentage 40/60. Let's go back to our cost center report and see how it looks now. Okay, so I have the range which covers all these three cost centers. Let me execute the report. And this time I have three cost centers because you have a value in the third cost center. Let's take our sender cost center 3301002, and you can see there is a minus charge 2950. The whole amount has been removed from here, 2950, that has been removed. Okay, we use this cost element 635100 in your distribution cycle. We have not used the other cost element 635200. So notice this, you have this cost elements mentioned here 635110, the whole amount 2950 is getting removed from here, and this amount is getting distributed between these two cost centers. Let's take first one, 1005. 40% of this, it is receiving this, and it has received this amount electricity charges, right? Let me So you can see it received this amount 1180.36. So amount sent was 2950, 2950.9, 40% of that, 1180.36. That's what this has received, 1005. Place your cursor on the amount, double click it, select cost center actual line items, and you can see the amount 1180.36 this has received, this cost center, 40% of the amount. Look at the next cost center. This was not there. Now it has received. This is the only entry, and this is 1770, right? And this it has received from the center cost center. Okay, very important. Again, you notice this is happens in distribution that you have the cost element, the sender cost element 635100 appearing in the receiving cost center, that is 3301006. This is the amount 1770. You can calculate, which is 60% of this amount. 60% of your 2950.9, which is there as per the distribution cycle. 60% of that, 1170.54. 1170.54. So with this, we complete our discussion on the reposting and distribution in cost center accounting, right? Now the assessment I will look into the discuss in the next tutorial. Thank you. Speed controlling cost center allocations. So here you can please go to this website omtechsolutions.com, click the tab SAP Training Material, and in this tab go to this tab section SAP Controlling. Under the Controlling you have this document SAP Cost Center Allocation. Click this, and here you will have with the screenshot full detailed explanation of how this has to be done. Whatever we have discussed with the screenshot, it is again there. Thank you.